Hello YouTubers, hello Dune Awakening fans. Well, it's a lovely morning here on Arrakis, and I was thinking we should go and boot up this base and just take a look at some of the tools and switches and things that I need to do in order to get this base up and going. It's been about 2 days since I've played Dune, maybe three, yeah, something like that, and we're going to take a look around. So first place to look is my power. So as you can see here on the fuel powered generators, I'm at 14 days and they want 145 per unit in order to go and power it. And to show you where all my units are, there's a bunch over here. There was a bunch over here, but I'm starting to consolidate into larger containers. So I'm trying to keep a specific number, and the numbers that I'm trying to keep are, so for this unit here, I'm hovering at around 3,000 power generated. I feel like that's a good number. So it's anywhere around the 3,000 mark. And then same with for water. Now I'm a solo player, so again around 300,000 milliliters. I managed to, it looks like I managed to just drop under half a liter's worth of storage, which I don't know how I managed to do that, but I did. And so I have the death stills here, and I have the chemical refinery, the medium one, and I also have the spice refiner, and so those are all kind of turned on and off. Like this particular one in general settings here, it's enabled and it uses 350 power, so it's ready to go. But then I have this one turned off, right? Because I only use it at certain times. And the real power constraint comes with the death stills, which has 200, and then same with the spice harvester, which is at 200, and the rest of the machines are under 100. Now the other way that I go and make power has to do with the wind turbines. I'm just starting to get into the wind turbines. So as you can see here, we have the this is the big one. So now it's sitting at 63%, but I still have 19 days worth of power, right? And I have to drop 182 into that. And then I have these guys here, which is sitting at 19 days, but look, it's at like 93, so it barely used any low-grade lubricant. I'm starting to think that this is probably the one that I'm going to end up using. I don't understand how this one ended up so much lower. It feels like those ones have the best power generation for the energy. And the way that I know this is because I have to make the fuel. So as far as the fuel goes, fuel is the low-grade lubricant for the wind generators. Then we have the industrial grade lubricant for the big wind generators. And this uses 6 fuel cells, 4 silicone blocks, and then spice residue. I have a fair amount of spice residue, so I'm not that worried about it. But this only uses 1 and 1. I mean, this makes 10 and this makes 5. So, but yeah, at 1 and 1, that's the best deal right there, right? 1 fuel cell. So that's what I've been making. And I have a bunch right here and here. And then I also have a bunch of these power units. So you can see here I've got hundreds and hundreds of them. Now, if I go and I check the storage on these units, you'll see that they have the actual stuff in the storage. So if you want, you can just drop it right in there and then it'll automatically populate. And that's the same with this one here. Look at the storage. You can see it's got all the lubricants in there, and do the same for the power generator. So the thing about that, right, you can see here it's at 354, so it doesn't actually fill up this whole thing because it can only go to this certain weight, and so it'll fill up to the weight limit.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
But what I wanted to see is if this works. So I hit this here and it says refuel generators, right? I'm at 14 days right now. If I hit Y, hold it down, boom, I'm at 19 days, right? So let's take a look at those generators and just see if everything filled up automatically. So it says here storage is full, right? And it's stored at 500 with the max volume. So 19 days. And then we'll go take a look at the ones upstairs and see if those numbers have changed. 31 days. So that one filled up. That one filled up. That's great. And then this one here, 19 days, 19 hours. And so what it ended up doing is it ended up taking what I had. Right? So
Sector weather
anything
alert.
that I had
A
in
large
here,
sandstorm is
it
approaching.
didn't end up using all of this. And then as far as the power cells, so it did end up taking a bunch of power cells out of here. But now I can go and make the lubricant in order to finish that up. I got a maximum of 337, so I'll do like 352. And that is probably one of the best ways to keep your power going. I'm starting to think that maybe I need to go and switch over to just having the wind turbine, get rid of all of these, because these here, they have 500 fuel cells each, so that's a lot of fuel. If I go and convert them, so all I gotta do is get a ton of, flour sand, and once I get all the flour sand, then I can make all the low-grade lubricants. And the other thing is the low-grade lubricants are worth 10 Solari over at the vendor, which means that you can go and get, and I'm getting like 21,000 per. And then with the vehicle, I have the cutter array. So if you look here, I have 530,000 Solari, and I already have the 2 sets. So I bought the other set. I'm basically doing that all with the low-grade lubricant. And so, yeah, we're having a party over here. And this vehicle here, it has the MK5 cutter array. And so I'm getting like 600 every time I go and get one of the power blocks, like this power block right here. You can see I'm harvesting it, and I'm at 605 fuel cells on just one, right? So, in other words, it's pretty fantastic. If I can get 600 in one shot like that, and then I just need flour sand, so I'll go ahead and fly the ornithopter out and get flour sand. Next, we're going to end up going and getting everything running. Because like I said, it's been 2 days and it's not running. So, need to get everything going in the base, get some money going, get some materials going, low grade lubricants, max that out. Go here, should be dropping in. Oh, it's dropping in on this one. Interesting. It like switches between them, it just picks one randomly. So my assault ornithopter, I'm using it to store this stuff. I'm gonna go drop these in here. And the only reason is because I didn't end up going and fully filling up my power units. Let's do that again. So hit Y. There we go. 20 days. Now how much do I have left? That's the question. Not bad. So yeah, we'll go to the assault ornithopter, throw all this stuff into the assault, and I'm gonna go out into the deep desert. Gotta harvest some stuff. So I'm just gonna leave that there for now. Because I have lots of water, I'm gonna be okay with that. Right? I can let that run. Maybe I can get some flower sand. Maybe I'll do that right now. As far as my gear goes, I think I'm good. Yep, seem to be good. But yeah, I just do quick runs. I have the right, like have the storage on my ornithopter, right? But on my other ornithopter, but I just find like it's so close. What's the point? And I have such a boost with that particular bird, right? So that one is just an MK5, I believe. Is around 199 kilometers or 124 miles. Right, what do we get? Got a spice balloon. Alright, 792. We either go there now. I mean, it's just spice or flower sand, so in other words, I can drop it. Probably somebody there already. Although it is early enough. Is that my shadow? Please be my shadow. Yes, my shadow. Sweet. Sweet flower sand. Or sorry, sweet spice. We'll get some purple. We'll get some purple in my brain. What a weird world, eh? But the big guy hasn't even showed up yet. Get out of here. Come in, come in. Yeah. He doesn't show up for me, he just shows up as a blob. Went right under. Alright. Wait for him to kind of take off. Yeah, so one thing about this game, backpack's full. Hammer got hung up on the blades. I want it all. Yeah. So, hopefully there's a mouse. I haven't been eating my spiced foods though. That was cool to do with the power. I wasn't sure if power would fill everything, but I'm glad it does. That one button. See him that time? Hey, what are we at? 509? 512? Be about 520. And 20. That's a full. Oh, there's the mouse. Got him. Got the mouse. Backpack's full. Good run, good run. Go. See you later, worm. Let's try to keep her steady there, bud. Yeah, that worked out. Damn, that worked out. Nice. Yeah, such a nice looking game, too. You can see my cube over there. A full pentashield cube. Alright, so we have this spice. By the way, this like floating mark right here, that's a mistake on Funcom's part. That's supposed to be in front. It's on the wrong side. So basically if you look right here, you can see like there's a black shadow mask inside there in order to give it depth, right? Make these holes look deeper. And that's what this is. And for some reason it's on 3 sides. So Funcom needs to fix that. And drop that off, and the mouse. So you make mouse meatballs. Yeah, I know. Tasty, right? But they are almost there every time. So make sure you grab them because you can make mouse meatballs. If you look at food, it's this one here, mouse corpse, spice sand, plant fiber, or melange spiced food. And now that I dropped that off, I'll just split it up between the 2 machines. And we'll go here and drop off to that. Go to backpack. And so I'll usually just drop everything in here and then fill up on this stuff. And then that way I can go and run it over to the vendor. That's what this is. So I've got this salt ornithopter here. I take over to the vendor. And then I drop off. Talk to this
Welcome
lady
back.
here.
What'll it be?
Will it be? Nice day for fishing, isn't it? I'll drop that off. 7,500. Do that a few times. Try to get it down to 3. So I get it down to 3, then not as big
Welcome
of a
back.
deal.
What'll it be?
And this is how I get my Solari. So this is a Solari farm. And it
Welcome
also
back.
works to
What'll it be?
build my power on my base. So it's kind of a dual purpose thing. So I'm kind of in the process of going straight to just wind turbines. Over 50s. See, it's a pretty hot spot here. Lots of people live and put their bases here. I haven't even decorated my house. I don't understand why it's like. Did I pick the middle of the night to go and do this? I swear it was the morning. That's better. Okay, so now that it's daylight, we'll just zip over here. And the machines have finished. And I have another load of lubricants in here. And actually, I didn't even see that. Yeah, so I only have about 60 silicone blocks, a few hundred of those, and then I have all my gear. But I have some Solari, and that's my first routine, getting the shop started, getting everything going, make a bit of money, and then I'll just swap these, keep that there. I think I'm ready to go, ready to rock and roll here. Got lots of water still, don't have to worry too much about that. But now I'm after the big fish. So I got a bit of spice. Right now, one of the things I was thinking of, actually, is I could technically take 2 ornithopters with me, right? So, like, for example, I could take this whole other ornithopter, which has the storage capacity, or I could take the storage boxes with me, right? But it doesn't make a difference as far as weight, other than I'd have to carry the storage boxes. So, in other words, it actually makes more sense just to take the ornithopter itself. So, I think I'm good. Yeah. Alright. Let's take the ornithopter. Vehicle is out of range. Okay. So there we go. So that one's stored, and I'm going to take this one. Now, unfortunately, I'm a little far away from the location. I would go up there and grab Anyway, there's some stuff up there. The body up there. Should be straight, or fairly straight. I guess you still have to go a little bit to the left. That place down there, it has a good chest, a good drop location. But anyway, we're gonna go to the deep desert. I know where there's a bunch of stuff, and I want to go find it. I want to get there before everybody else does. Although it's 7:40 in the morning. Alright, first spot is right over there. We've got a stravidium mass over here, right down in a kind of like a little cave almost. Take a quick look around. There it is. Get ourselves some mass. I don't know why I'm hitting all the wrong buttons, but I am. Okay, next one. I believe there is some more stravidium and titanium over here. Okay, right there. Now the titanium, I'm trying to remember, I believe it was on the perch somewhere. That's it, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, that's the stravidium. How's my mass doing? Oh, okay, I'm good. I don't want to waste it. Okay, so where's that titanium? Be right over there. Looking like aluminum. Oh, there it is up top. Okay. I might have to switch vehicles. Yeet. I got yeeted. What being yeeted is. Got yeeted up over that hill. Alright, got ourselves some titanium. And So we'll grab the other helicopter or the other ornithopter. Okay, so now we're in this one. So I've scoped out a few of those nodes. By the way, what is this thing? You see it? What is it? Sort of dome? Anyway, comment if you know what it is. So I'm just going to take this copter here and I'm going to fly it over to near the exit. I'm just going to kind of tuck it over here. And then I'm going to grab another vehicle and we'll grab more stuff. And then I'll load that one up. Pretty sure it's fine just to leave your chopper there because not like it's a PvP zone, right? And it just sits right there. I go out and grab more stuff. So I'm just coming up to these and giving them a scan. And go to the next one. Give it a scan. I'm just going to scan these three. I'll check the map. And it looks like just regular stuff. I'll move on. That's stravidium. Yeah. And there's titanium. Titanium's the hotter of the two. Where's my titanium? Right there? Better not be under there. Good, they didn't block it off. I appreciate that. I think it makes it not work. You do that. Or maybe it just moves over. Nice if it just moved over. There's always like other spots nearby, I'm sure, that have been designated as spawn points, so you could probably just, I don't know, have some algorithm that just moves it to the nearest one. You good? Alright, so we got titanium and we got some stravidium over here. Now I know where some more nodes are. Okay, I'm gonna fly that back because inventory is fairly full, so I'm going to fly that back to the other horny. Low fuel. So I'm a little worried because my horny is not showing up on the map. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Maybe I had to zoom in a little bit. Down there. Right? Yeah. Cool. So I should be able to just drop that off and then go out and grab some more. Here we go. There, we're about halfway full now. So now I'm going to double check to see if this node has respawned or not, which it hasn't. Which means that I should go searching in another area. I'm going to check out these two islands right here. Like somebody's already playing. Somebody else is out here. Alright, and let's see if we can get this. Alright, I think I got the whole thing. Alright, so we have a stravidium mass. Nothing over there. Nothing over there. One straight ahead. Pass it? Passed it. Right over here. There it is. Just drop out. Not bad, not bad. Next. Okay, I'm gonna check these three here. Good enough. Got one right underneath me. And there's a titanium node over there. That'll be enough to fill the my bags. He's like, oh, he found it. I found it. Eh? Is it's over here. So it's either under this base there's an aluminum there, or it's, yeah, it just got picked up, that's all. He picked it up. 'Cause it would be right here. Good to know that it's there though. Alright, so now that we've checked that spot, I don't know if I should go south or north. What I do know is that I'm burning through my gas pretty quick. And I'm really hoping I got gas in the other ornithopter. Sector C4. Pretty explosive area. Okay, so we've got a stravidium mass. Nothing over there. Don't see any other stuff. Over here. Directly behind me. Like a cave. There it is. Got it. Through you, it's fine. Out. Okay, and then I'll head back to my copter. Is right there. Look around. Not sure if I got this place yet or not. I don't even know if I can get it. Because I don't think I have enough in my backpack. How's my backpack? 167? Hold on 1 second here. And I used up the cell? Yeah. Okay, good, I didn't fill my backpack. Close though. There's titanium right over here. Alright, well. Right over there. Weird. Get out. There it is. Okay, well, unfortunately, I am full. So I will come back for it. Okay, coming back in. Just drop all this stuff off in here. Pick the bags. So not bad, not bad. This weighs in at 6, so might be worth dropping it off. Go get that titanium. Yeah, like you wouldn't even know this node is here. It's so tucked back here, right by the wall. Alright, well, my utility module has broken. My scan module has broken. So, I can't scan anymore. Which is fine. Aerial testing station number 93. So I guess that means I should head home. So, let's do that. I'll head back. First I need to get to my other horny. Almost out of gas too. Bit of energy. Alright, well, we'll put this one away. Take it back to the shop, fix it. Run this one home. How'd we make out? Well, I've got some stravidium, I've got some titanium, and that's how much I got. 454 and 169. Alright, we're heading back to the base. I'm in here. I don't even know why I put that wall there, but I did. I just wanted to see if I could do it. And I could do it. There we go, we're all hooked up. Everything's here. Drop some stuff off. We'll go to the scout and we'll bring in that stuff. Might as well bring it all in and then switch back to backpack. So I guess that means we can grind up some plastanium. Make up some stravidium. Some stravidium fiber. Oh, and we'll just check our bags here. Yeah, everything's fine. Take the water. There you go. So now we're down a little bit of water. But in general, I got all my major mats and bases up and running. So thanks for liking and subscribing, and come back for more Dune Awakening, action, information, and gameplay. Thanks for liking and subscribing, and come back again.